Good afternoon. My name is David Daniels, and today we'll be going over the inauguration address of Donald J. Trump as his second term as president. This represents a peaceful transition into the continuous of executive power. The 2025 inauguration speech followed the traditional protocols that included the swearing ceremony, multiple musical performances, and a speech delivered from the steps of the U.S. Capitol. Against the backdrop of the political tension and global uncertainty, the event heightened significance as a symbol of democratic resilience. The ceremony included the presence of Vice President Kari Lake, member of the Congress, Supreme Court justices, foreign dignitaries. Trump's address reflected the central themes of the second campaign that he imposed. This presidential terms, he said he would be focusing on economic revitalization, border security, and restoring America's greatness on the global stage. The speech aimed to project strength, reassurance, and a nation divided by ideology and cultural conflicts. Donald Trump's role as a speaker was pivotal. In his communication style, he has always been a defining characteristic of political identity, known for his direct and assertiveness, often polarizing rhetoric, and outstanding speaker. Trump utilized his inaugural address to reinforce his commitment to this country. His speech was characterized by representative phrasing, vivid imagery, and focus on issues such as economic growth, national security, restoring the American institutions, and understanding what the bottom line is. A notable feature of Donald Trump's 2025 address was his emphasis on addressing the American worker, the common folk, if you would, highlighting achievements from the previous term and giving intel on what the future may hold. Statements such as "we will rebuild our nation's strength from within" echo themes of resilience, redefiance, resonating with the core supporters of our nation. However, his speech also included some appeals for unity, marked an attempt to extend an olive branch to those leaders that are foreign and domestic. The audience of the 2025 inauguration speech was diverse. It had several key groups, several key leaders, dedicated supporters, political allies, international observers, and American skeptical leaders and leadership. There were business representatives, those that were in the current administration of the presidency, those that were ready to come on board, and all was watched via live broadcast, digital platforms, and even on cell phones. Trump's speech appeared tailored primarily towards political base, emphasizing themes of patriotism, economic recovery, and security. However, he used the emotionally charged language such as "forgetting citizen," aimed to appeal to disenfranchised voters across political affiliation. Despite these efforts, the speech faced challenges in resonating with progressive and moderate audience, reflecting the broader political division within the country. Trump's speech was a little different. It was constructed to rely on a hallmark approach, but while being very direct and impactful. He used three core themes: the national strength, the economic independence, and restoration of the American pride. By framing these priorities in simple and forceful terms, Trump ensured this message was accessible and memorable to a wide audience. One strength of the speech was his ability to invoke emotion and install a sense of urgency. Phrases like "America will lead the world again," "Our future is bright because of you, the people," were designed to inspire hope and confidence. Trump's reliance or rhetorical devices such as repetition and parallelism reinforce the speech's key message and making them resonate with listeners. However, the speech effectiveness was limited by his polarization tone and an occasional lack of inclusivity. For instance, Trump's sharp critique of political opponents risked alienating moderate voters and deepening existing divides. A more balanced approach, emphasizing bipartisan cooperation and shared goals, would have broadened his speech appeal. However, Trump has shown us that what he cares about is just that. Effective communication requires a nuanced understanding of the audience, particularly in a diverse, political, polarized environment. Trump's inaugural speech reflected an awareness of base priorities, focusing on issues such as jobs, security, and national pride. His ability to connect emotionally with the supporters was evident in his use of relatable and emotional connection with the supporters. Nevertheless, the speech struggled to address the concerns of a broad audience. Critics noted that Trump's lack of proposal for bridging the nation's ideology still was divided. While his focus on economic recovery was broadly appealing, the absence of specific plans for fostering unity and togetherness was just simply in error. Trump's inaugural speech was a defining moment for his second presidency, encapsulating his leadership, vision, and communication style. The speech effectively mobilized his supporters through motive language and clear messaging that falls short in fostering border unity. By analyzing Trump's message and the construction, audience analyze, and adaptability, this essay underscores the importance of inclusive and effective communication in moments of national significance. Moving forward, leaders must strive to balance their priorities of the base with the needs of the diversity and divided nation. Trump has included the DEI department so that we can be better. I think he has, I think he will, and I think he will always aim to make a better nation. Thank you.